Hi everyone. Actually, in this class, I want to discuss with you income from house property, what actually I discussed in the previous sessions. But here, I'm going to discuss with you self-occupied house problems. In the previous sessions, I discussed with you let out house problems. Here, I want to discuss with you self-occupied house problems. Let us discuss that, and let us discuss what actually is a self-occupied house, and what is a format for that, and how to solve the question under that. Okay, let us go and discuss that. So here I will discuss with you first income from house property. Income from house property means what? Actually, every assessee is having 5 heads of income. One is income from salary, second one is income from house property, and third one is income from business or profession. Next, fourth one is income from capital gains. Fifth one is income from other sources. So if assessee is having these kind of incomes, that should be calculated, uh, and next tax will be imposed by the income tax department. So how to calculate each head of income, that we should learn, so that we also can you apply all the rules and we can calculate that particular income. In the previous sessions, I discussed with you income from house property. But what I discussed, income from house property. So what income from house property means what? It is nothing but it is a income. Income from house property means it is a income that assessee is getting out of his house property. Suppose he is having one house and he is giving that house on rental basis. He will get income every month, rent. Okay. And next, sometimes he may stay for his own residence in that particular house. Then we can call it as self-occupied house. Okay, here you can see let out house means if the owner of the house is giving that house on rental basis to another person, then we will call it as let out house. How to do problems under let out house, I discussed in the previous sessions. If anyone wants to know that, if anyone wants to learn it, I discussed that, and formats as well as so many questions and solutions. Okay, so you can go through those classes. You can go to playlist in my channel, and you can check the income from house property. Okay, after selecting that, you will find so many videos related to problem solving on income from house property in case of let out house. Okay, so you can search there and you can learn the let out house problems. And now today I want to discuss with you self-occupied house. What is self-occupied house? Self-occupied house. Okay, self-occupied means owner is staying in his house for his own residence. He is not giving on rental basis. He is staying in his own house for his own residence. Okay, here he is not going to get any rent. Clear? And we should calculate what is the income that he is getting out of that self-occupied house. We can call that house as a self-occupied house if owner stays in the house for his own residence, and how much income from house property he is getting, that we should calculate. So we have to calculate by applying all the rules and regulations of income tax department. How to calculate that, we will discuss that now. Okay, so in the previous sessions already I told that I discussed let out house. Here I want to discuss self-occupied house problems. So for calculating income from house property for self-occupied houses, what is the format that we should know, and what format we are going to use to calculate self-occupied house property? Okay, let us see that. Here it is. Okay, so this is self-occupied house format. If we want to do problems to calculate income from house property for self-occupied houses, this is a format that we should use. Okay, so we should draw columns, particulars, amount. Okay, we should draw these columns, particulars, and amount. And next on the top we should give the heading always. What heading we should give? Computation of income from house property of computation of income from house property of Mr. Name of the assessee should be recorded there. Okay, name of the assessee we should write. So computation of income from house property of Mr. So wait for a while, video is tracking. Occupied house format. If you want to do నేనేం ఆపలే అదే పోయింది ఏమైంది occupied house format. If you want to do problems, occupied house format. If want to do problems, చిన్న కంటిన్యూ అవుతున్నా So wait for a while, there is a little disturbance. I will start it again. So hope this is visible, video is visible and voice is clear for everyone, and I will start the class again. So here if we want to do self-occupied house problems, we should follow the format. So what format we should follow? We should draw particulars amount columns. We should draw this particulars amount columns. And next heading is compulsory, students. Heading, what heading we should give? Computation of income from house property of Mr. Name of the assessee should be recorded in dash. Okay, for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So this is a heading that we should give on the top. And next, what is the first item that we are going to write here? That is annual value. So first item always is annual value. Okay, So here whenever we write annual value, what actually we should do here? Let us see what we are going to do. So annual value always for self-occupied house is nil. Okay, we need not to calculate that, it is always nil. Okay, so whenever you do self-occupied house problems, you have to take annual value as a first item, but it is nil always. We don't calculate it, we need not to calculate it, it is always nil. In case of let out house, we calculate gross annual value. There are 3 steps there. But here annual value is a first item, but it is nil always. For every problem it is nil. Remember that point. Okay. And next from annual value we are going to deduct some deductions. Under which section? Under section 24. Okay. We have to deduct it. Less deductions under section 24. And how many deductions are there in case of self-occupied house? Only one deduction is there. That is interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. So this is only one deduction. Okay, interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. How much deduction we should give? In case of let out house, whatever amount actually interest on loan is there in the question, that we used to write. But here in case of self-occupied house, we should not write like that. There are some rules for that. Some models are there. We should look into those models and we should follow those rules, and then only we can give deduction under section 24 subsection B here. Okay, so I will tell you how to calculate that. And after writing in interest on loan under section 24B, okay, if we have that interest on loan, then if we write that amount there, suppose it is 3000, if we write 3000 here, then we should deduct this interest on loan from the annual value. Okay, so annual value is nil. So from annual value, if we deduct this 3000, for example interest on loan is 3000, then we get amount in negative only as answer. Okay, here we get what? Minus 3000 we get, but don't write minus 3000, you write 3000. But it is not income, it is loss from house property. Okay, and always in case of self-occupied houses, if you have interest on loan, then definitely you are going to get loss from house property. If you have if you don't have interest on loan deduction, okay, suppose amount is not available, and then in this house property income is nil. Okay, because here nil is there annual value, and interest on loan if we don't have, here also we will write nil, then automatically what we will get as answer? Nil only. Okay, nothing. So income from house property is nil that time in case of self-occupied houses. Whenever you have this interest on loan amount, then that time definitely you are going to get loss from house property. Hope this is clear for everyone. Okay, let us discuss how to take interest on loan under section 24B. What are the rules for that? Let me discuss that. Okay. So this is model 1, students. Okay, actually what I told, always annual value is nil. Okay, for every problem in case of self-occupied house, what are the important points that you have to remember? That annual value always is nil, students. Okay, it is nil. And next, coming to interest on loan. Interest on loan, if you want to give as reduction under section 24 subsection B, there are 3 models that we should consider and we should know. What are those 3 models? Model 1. This is model 1. So when we have to apply this model 1, I will read that, you can see. Okay, so when we apply this model 1, if the house is purchased, or constructed, if the house is purchased or constructed and loan was taken before 1-4-99. Okay, here house was purchased by the assessee or constructed. Okay, he would have purchased or constructed the house and he took loan. When he took the loan, that date is very, very important. That is 1-4-99. He took the loan before 1-4-99. Okay, so the date is very, very important. If he actually is taking loan before 1-4-99, for what purpose? For purchasing or for constructing the house. Okay, so if he is taking loan for this purpose before that date, before 1-4-99, then we have to give deduction like this. The deduction is least of the following two. Okay, so how much interest on loan deduction we should give under section 24B? Least of the following two. So what are those two? First one is actual interest paid or payable. So how much interest actually he has to pay, that will be given in the question. So we should take that first. And second one is rupees 30,000. Okay, this is always same, 30,000 only, and we should select a least of these two values. Okay, so actual interest paid or payable are 30,000. Out of this, whatever is least, that will be selected as deduction. Hope this is clear. But when we apply this model 1, if the house is purchased or constructed and loan was taken for that purpose, for constructing or purchasing the house, when before 1-4-99, okay, then only we are going to follow this model 1. Hope this is clear. Okay, let us go to next model. Second model, okay, model 2. In case of the self-occupied houses, only one deduction, interest on loan deduction, and for giving deduction you should see all these three models, then only you will be able to give deduction, students. So model 2 is what? If the house is purchased or constructed, if the house is purchased or constructed, okay, and the loan was taken after 1-4-99. So he took loan for what purpose? For purchasing the house or for constructing the house. And when he took the loan after 1-4-99. Okay, date is very important. Model 1 is same, purpose is same for model 1 and model 2, but in case of model 1, loan was taken before 1-4-99, but in case of model 2, loan is taken after 1-4-99. We should see the question, and whatever we can apply, either model 1 or model 2, we should apply that. Okay, so next deduction is how much? Deduction is least of the following two. Okay, so what are those two? First one is actual interest paid or payable. So this will be available in the question, how much interest assessee is paying, that will be taken here in this point. And second one is 2 lakhs rupees. This is rule. Okay, we should take 2 lakhs only. So out of these two, which is the least one, that will be selected as deduction under section 24B. Okay, hope this is clear for everyone. Let us go to next model. I said that total how many models are there? 3 models are there. Let us go to this model now. So model 3, when we have to apply that model 3, model 2, model 1, that is very important. Okay, then only we have to apply those rules and we should find out deduction under section 24B. So here you see, what is model 3? If the loan is taken for repairs, renovation or reconstruction, either before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. Okay, here what is the loan purpose? Why the loan was taken? For purchasing or constructing the house? No. Okay, for what purpose? For repairing the house or for renovating the house or for reconstructing the house. Okay, if the loan is taken for that purpose and the date, either he is taking the loan before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99, for this purpose the rule is same. Okay, so what is the rule here? How much deduction we are going to give? Deduction is least of the following two amounts. And what are those two amounts? First one is actual amount of interest paid or payable. This is available in the question. Next, second one is rupees 30,000. Okay, so this is rule, 30,000 we should take as it is. So out of these two, whichever is least, that will be taken as deduction under section 24B. Hope this is clear, students. Okay, so these three models we should follow whenever we are going to calculate self-occupied house property income and while giving deductions under section 24B. Okay, so three models are very important. I will show the format once. Okay, so today what I am discussing? I am discussing self-occupied house. I started discussing self-occupied house. Okay, self-occupied house I started not let out, self-occupied house. I started discussing self-occupied house, and I have shown the format also for self-occupied house. This is a format for self-occupied house. Always annual value is nil and deductions only one deduction. Interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. Okay, this is the only one deduction. And here whenever we give the deduction, we should follow some rules and regulations. Three models are there. What are those three models? Model 1. This is model 1. Okay, so I already explained this. And whenever house loan was taken for purchasing or constructing the house before 1-4-99, we should follow this. And next, model 2. When we should follow this model 2? If the house is purchased or constructed, okay, by taking a loan, but loan was taken after 1-4-99, then we should follow this model 2. And next, model 3 is loan was taken not for constructing, not for purchasing the house. Loan was taken for repairing or renovating or reconstructing the house either before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. Then we should follow this. Okay, so these are three models that we should follow while doing problems under self-occupied house, students. Let us discuss one question and let us solve that. Okay, so this is first question that we are going to do. First I will read the question. Always what I say, understanding the question is very very important. Then only you are going to solve it perfectly. So every student have to understand the question perfectly first. Okay, that is very very important. Read the question. If you don't understand at a time, read one more time and then understand it and take the points what we need and remember the formula. Okay, sorry, not formula, remembering the format pro forma, that is very important, and recording all the values, and wherever we need to follow some rules and regulations, you follow that. And next, by following all the rules and regulations, you have to solve that. Okay, then you will get the correct answer. So here we have one question. Let me discuss the question. Sri Venkat Reddy. So Venkat Reddy is a assessee. Assessee name is Venkat Reddy. Okay, purchased a house. He is purchasing one house, students, where in Kakinada. So Kakinada is in India only. In the year 1997. So when he is purchasing in the year 1997. Okay, and using for his residential purpose. So he is using that house for his residential purpose, means he is staying in the same house. Okay, so if he is using for his residential purpose, means he is staying in the same house. So it is self-occupied house. By reading that sentence, we understood that the house was purchased in the year 97 in Kakinada and assessee name is Venkat Reddy. And for what purpose he is using the house? He is using the house for residential purpose, and he is staying in his house. Okay, so he is not giving on rental basis. Self-occupied house. And during the previous year, relevant to the current assessment year, the following particulars are furnished. So during the previous year, he is furnishing the following particulars. Okay, so with that we are going to calculate the self-occupied income. Compute income from house property. So they are asking us to calculate income from house property. So some details are given, students. What details? Municipal rental value. So municipal rental value is given, but do you need municipal rental value? Okay, so do you require in case of self-occupied house municipal rental value? We don't need this municipal rental value for self-occupied houses, because self-occupied houses format, first item is what? Annual value. Annual value always is nil for the self-occupied houses. Okay, so if it is nil, then we don't take municipal rental value, we don't take fair rental value, we don't take standard rental value, and there is no actual rental value because he is staying, he is not giving on rental basis. Okay, so we are not bothered about all this because annual value is nil. That is why we don't take these MRVs, all this. Okay, we don't want this 25,000. And next, rent of a similar building. Rent of a similar building means It is FRV, fair rental value. Fair rental value is 30,000. Do you need that? No, you don't need that also. Okay, so we will ignore that. Okay, they give in the question to confuse us, but we have to ignore that because we are not having any work with those items in case of self-occupied house property. Next, the expenses paid are municipal taxes. So municipal taxes also are not required because in the format we don't give these municipal taxes as deduction in case of self-occupied house. So you ignore that also. Next, non-agricultural land tax. So this non-agricultural land tax also we don't take into account. Okay, hope this is clear, students. And next, repairs also we don't take into account. Next, insurance also we don't take into account. Okay, and interest paid on loan taken to purchase the house, this is the one that we are going to take. Interest paid on loan taken to purchase the house. Okay, so this is the only one point that we are going to consider from the question, because we are going to give only this deduction in case of self-occupied house. Interest on loan under section 24B. I have already explained the format now. So we are going to take only this one deduction. So how much it is? 40,000. So this is very important, students. Okay, 40,000 is interest on loan taken to purchase the house. So here what you have to see is why the loan was taken. That is very important. Why loan was taken? To purchase the house. So we have three models: purchasing or constructing the house. If the loan is taken for purchasing or constructing the house, we are going to use only first two models. Third model is related to for repairing, if the loan is taken for repairing, renovating and reconstructing the house. So we are not going to take the third model now because the loan is taken for purchasing. So either first model or second model we are going to apply. Okay, so how we are going to apply? By looking into the date of loan, on which date he has taken the loan. Okay, so what is a very important date? If he takes loan before 1-4-99, we are going to apply model 1. If he is taking loan after 1-4-99, we are going to apply model 2. Okay, so here when he is going to take the loan, he actually has taken loan when he purchased the house 1997. So loan was taken during that period only because he took the loan and he purchased the house. So 1997, note this point, in which year he has taken the loan? During the period of 1997. So whenever he takes the loan, okay, during that year 1997, we should see when he has taken loan, before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. So here loan is taken during the year of 1997. So here he has taken loan before 1-4-99. Okay, so before that period he took the loan. So which model we are going to use for giving deduction under section 24 subsection B? We are going to use model 1. I already discussed with you, model 1. Okay, here you see, if the loan is, if the house is purchased or constructed and loan was taken before 1-4-99, we are going to apply model 1 rule to give deduction under section 24 subsection B. Okay, so how we came to know? Because we checked the date of purchasing in the question. He purchased in the year 1997. So it is nothing but before 1-4-99. He took the loan before 1-4-99 for purchasing the house. So we should apply model 1 only to give deduction under section 24B for interest on loan. What is model 1? The deduction is least of the following two. So what are those two? First one is actual interest paid or payable, and second one is rupees 30,000. We are going to apply this for calculation of interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. Hope this is clear. Let us go, and I already discussed the question now, so we will do the solution. Okay, so let us go to solution. This is question what we discussed. Venkat Reddy, Sri Venkat Reddy is a assessee, and he purchased the house in Kakinada, okay, that is in India only, during which year? 1997, so before 1-4-99, and he is using for his residential purpose, means he himself is staying, that is why it is a self-occupied house. And we are not bothered about the details whatever are given in the question. We should take only interest on loan if it is given. So they have given at the end, so we are going to take that only. How much it is? 40,000. Let us go and do the solution now. So this is a format that we are going to follow when we are going to do this problem. So what we should do always, so this is a self-occupied house, students. On the top we should write self-occupied house. How we will come to know if the assessee is staying in the same house, that is nothing but self-occupied house. Here Venkat Reddy, Sri Venkat Reddy is staying for his residential, he is staying in his house for his residential purpose. So it is a self-occupied house. This is a format of self-occupied house as I discussed already. So on the top what we should write? We should write computation of income from house property of Mr. And after Mr. we should mention the name of the assessee. What is the name of the assessee? Sri Venkat Reddy. So I will write the name of the assessee here. Sri Venkat Reddy. So what is the name of the assessee here? Sri Venkat Reddy. Okay. And here for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So here we are giving the heading to show that we are calculating income from house property of Mr. Sri Venkat Reddy for the assessment year 2024 and 25. Okay, this is the heading that we are going to give. And next we should draw columns, particulars, amount columns. This is a format, students. If you want to calculate income from house property of a self-occupied house, this is what is a format that we should follow. We should draw columns, particulars, amount. Always first item is annual value. Okay, always first item is what? Annual value. And annual value is always nil. We don't calculate that. It is always nil for the self-occupied houses. Remember that point. Okay, so it is always nil. For every problem it is nil, students. And next, here also in our solution we will select only nil. And next we should give deductions. Okay, less. What deductions under section 24? Less deductions under section 24. In case of let out house we have two deductions, but in case of self-occupied house only one deduction, that is interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. This is the only one deduction that we have. Okay, so in case of let out house we used to take the amount and we used to record there in the place of interest on loan, but here we should not apply like that. Okay, what we should do? We should select any one model. Three models are there for giving deduction under section 24. We should select any one model out of that, and for that purpose what we should see, when the why the loan was taken, for purchasing or constructing the house. Okay, for purchasing, constructing the house, both are same actually. If the loan is taken for purchasing or constructing the house, but if the loan is taken for repairing or renovating, reconstructing the house, that is different. Okay, model 3 we are going to apply in case of renovation, repairs, reconstruction. And if the house is if the loan is taken for purchasing or for reconstructing the house, we are going to follow either model 1 or model 2, these two models. But which model we are going to select? If the loan is taken before 1-4-99, model 1 we will select. If the loan is taken after 1-4-99, we will select model 2, students. Okay, so now in this problem we came to know that the loan is taken when? In the year 1997, because house is purchased during the year 1997. So loan also is taken in that period only. it is before 1-4-99. So we should select model 1 to give deduction. That is what just now I discussed. Okay. So we will calculate that now. This is our solution, interest on loan under section 24B. How we will calculate? We will select first in the working notes. Model 1. This is working note, students. Under that format you are going to do model 1. If the house is purchased or constructed and loan was taken before 1-4-99. So this model 1 we took into account for this problem. Why? Already I told you why we have taken, because loan was taken before 1-4-99, that is during the year 97, and that loan was taken for purchasing the house. That is why model 1 we selected. Okay. And next, what is the rule here? Deduction is least of the following two, students. First one is actual interest paid or payable. How much it is? It is given in the question. It is how much? It is 40,000. Okay, so we will take 40,000 here. And next, second point is 30,000. You see which is least here, 40,000 or 30,000. You can tell that it is what? It is 30,000 only. So deduction under section 24 subsection B is equal to how much, ma? 30,000, because least one is 30,000. So I will just change the color of this 30,000. Okay, because we are selecting. But what you should do, you have to circle it in your notes. Okay, so I selected 30,000 by changing the color. Okay, so 30,000 is deduction under section 24B, because out of first point and second point, out of these 2 points, which is least amount? 30,000 is least. So I selected 30,000. So deduction is what? 30,000 only. Let us record in the statement. 30,000. And from nil, if you deduct 30,000, you will get minus 30,000. Okay, isn't it right? But don't write minus 30,000 as answer. You write 30,000. And you should name it as loss from house property. In case of self-occupied house, you will get either income from house property nil, sometimes in some problems, and if you have interest on loan, definitely you are going to get loss from house property. Okay, so this is what you will get. Now from nil, if you deduct 30,000, how much you are going to get? 30,000, minus 30,000 actually, but you should not write minus. So 30,000, and we should name it as what? Loss from house property, that is 30,000. This is the answer for this question. Okay, so we are getting loss from house property. This is how we calculate this. I will show this. Okay, how we calculated, what is a question and what is a solution that we did. I will show it. Okay, you can see that once. So this is question, ma. You can see the question for a while. So you can see this question. And next, so every time you have to observe only interest on loan, whether it is given or not, and why the loan was taken, for purchasing or for constructing the house, or for repairing or renovating the house. You should check that. And in which year the loan was taken, that is very important. Okay, to check. And next, this is a solution that we did. You can just watch the solution. And this is a working notes. Model 1 we selected for calculating interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. Okay, so you can see that also. And if you once look into this, we will go to next question within 2 minutes. You want to see this? We will go to next question within 2 minutes, students. And this is the next question. Everyone just watch this question and note the point whatever we need once. You check it. I will start the solution immediately after 2 minutes. This is the next question that we are going to solve. I am back, students. I will discuss with you second question. So let us do second one now. Okay, I will read the question now. Sri Arunachalam. Arunachalam purchased a house. Okay, so Arunachalam is a assessee, students. Arunachalam purchased a house in Pune on 1-7-2012. So this date is very important. When he is purchasing in the year 2012. So the date is very important. Note the date. Okay, I will tell you why. Why actually? Whenever we give interest on loan under section 24B, then that time it is very useful for us. Okay, so he is using the house completely for his residential purpose. So he is using that house for what purpose? Residential purpose means he himself is staying in the house. Okay, he himself is staying in the house, and the fair rental value of the house is 1 lakh. Okay, so do you require fair rental value? No, we don't need fair rental value. Okay, so in case of self-occupied houses, we don't want MRV, FRV, fair rental value, all this. And while municipal rental value per annum, that is 80,000. Do you need that? We don't need that also. So we don't need all this actually. Okay, we don't require fair rental value. We don't need this FRV, fair rental value, MRV, municipal rental value. We don't need all this. Okay, but they give to confuse us. Next, during the previous year, he has paid municipal taxes. Okay, municipal taxes also we are not going to take into account. And land revenue, this also we are not going to take into account. Interest on loan taken to purchase the house. So interest on loan taken to purchase the house, this is very very important. Why the loan was taken? To purchase the house. Okay, so we can apply either model 1 or model 2. Whenever the loan is taken either for purchasing or for constructing the house, we can apply either model 1 or model 2. Okay, and we should select exactly, and we should check the date. What is the date? Actually purchasing date 2012. So he would have taken loan during that period also for purchasing the house. Okay, so 2012, it is actually after 1-4-99. So that date is important, 1-4-99, whether he took loan before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. He took the loan after 1-4-99. Okay, so we should apply model 2. If it is before 1-4-99, we should apply model 1. If he has taken loan after 1-4-99, we should apply model 2. Okay, so model 2 we are going to take here. And how much loan he is taking, how much interest he is paying? 1,50,500. So we are going to consider this point. We should calculate income from house property. Let us go and solve it. So this is a format for self-occupied house. Okay, and what we are going to do? We are going to write all the values, but before that we are going to give the heading. Okay, what is the heading? Computation of income from house property of Mr. Name of the person should be recorded here. So I will write name of the person. What is the name of the person here? Name of the person is Sri Arunachalam. Arunachalam is a assessee. So write here Arunachalam. Arunachalam is the name of the assessee for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So we are going to calculate income from house property for the assessment year 2024 and 25. Okay, and next always we should draw columns. Particulars amount, already it is ready. And always first item is annual value, students. Annual value is how much? Always it is nil. For self-occupied houses always it is nil. Okay, and next deductions. Less deductions under section 24. How many deductions we have? Only one deduction, that is interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. So only one deduction is available. But how much? We have to apply models. We have 3 models and we should select any one model. And for selection of the model we should see whether the loan is taken for purchasing or for reconstructing renovation. So here the loan is taken for purchasing the house. Okay, and date is important. When he took the loan, after 1-4-99 or before 1-4-99. He purchased the house in the year 2012. So loan is taken after 1-4-99. So model 2 we are going to apply. Okay, let us calculate that. So model 2. Okay, under the format you should do this calculation, students. So model 2 I am applying. What is that? If the house is purchased or constructed and the loan is taken after 1-4-99. So this is what actually is happening in the question. House is purchased and loan was taken for purchasing the house when? In the year 2012, that is falling after 1-4-99. So we should select model 2. That is why I selected model 2 here. Okay, and deduction is what? Deduction is least of the following 2. And what is the first one here? Actual interest paid or payable. How much interest they are paying, that we should take here. I will write, that will be available in the question, students. Okay, so how much it is? You can see here. It is 1,50,500. This is actual interest paid or payable. So let us take here 1,50,500. Next, second item is rupees 2 lakhs. You tell me out of these two which is actually least one, because we should select least one only. Okay, so which is the least one? 1,50,500. So this we are going to select. In your notes is you have to circle it. Whatever you select, you have to circle it. Okay, draw one circle around that amount. But here I am changing the color of that. So I am selecting 1,50,500. And now we will write deduction under section 24 subsection B is equal to, it is 1,50,500. Okay, so we will write here that only 1,50,500. Okay, so 1,50,500 we have written. So that much we are going to give as deduction. Whenever you give deduction from nil, you are going to deduct 1,50,500. You can't deduct, so you will get minus 1,50,500 actually, but don't write minus. We will write 1,50,500 only here. But you should name it as loss from house property. Okay, you should name it as what? Loss from house property, 1,50,500. This is the answer for this question. Hope this is clear, students. Okay, so this is how you have to do the solution. I will show the question once as well as solution what we did for this problem. So this is a question that we did. First, understanding the question is very important, students. If once you understand, easily you can do that. Okay, if you don't understand, you can't do that properly. So that is why you have to understand the question first. So this is a question and this is a solution that we did, because this is a format that we should follow, and only one deduction is allowed, and we are getting loss from house property here, 1,50,500. And next we applied this, okay, model 2 for calculation of deduction under section 24 subsection B. This is what we did. Okay, under that format you should calculate this. So this is complete solution. You have to do till here. Okay, let us do next question, students. Let us discuss next question. Let us do that. So here the question is Srikanth. Srikanth is owner of one house. Okay, Srikanth is owner of one house. Srikanth is the owner of the house. Okay, and what he did here, he owns a house. Where he owns a house? At Jaipur. Okay, he is actually owning a house at Jaipur. Jaipur is located in India only. Srikanth is a assessee. You have to remember this point. Srikanth is assessee. Okay, and where actually the house is located in Jaipur. And municipal value is given, students. But do you need municipal rental value? We don't require municipal rental value in case of self-occupied house. We should ignore that. Okay, they give. Okay, but we should ignore that. And fair rental value, do you require fair rental value? We don't. Okay, you can ignore that. Okay, that is 78,000. You can ignore that. And during the previous year, what happened? The house is used for residential, for his residential purpose. So he himself is staying in the house. Okay, so it is self-occupied house. By looking into this, we can understand that it is a self-occupied house, because clearly they mentioned that The house is used for his residential purpose. Hope this is clear. This is self-occupied house, students. Okay. And during the previous year, the house is mortgaged during the previous year. What is the previous year for us? Our assessment year is 2024 and 25. And what is the previous year for us? 2023 and 24. So during the previous year means 2023 and 24, during that particular year, what happened? The house is mortgaged. So maybe he actually needed money, so he mortgaged the house with the bank. And how much loan he took? He took 5 lakhs loan. Okay, we don't bother about the loan, but we need to know what is the interest on loan and when he took the loan, for what purpose he took the loan. Okay, and he took the loan 5 lakhs rupees. What is the interest rate? 15% interest to renovate the house. This point is very important, students. Why the loan is taken? To renovate the house. Whenever loan is taken for renovating, repairing, reconstructing, then we should take model 3 for giving deduction under section 24 subsection B. Okay, model 1, model 2 we apply only in case of purchasing or constructing the house. But whenever loan is taken for repairing, renovating or reconstructing, model 3 will come into the picture. So by looking into this simple word renovate, okay, loan is taken for renovating the house. So which model we are going to apply for giving deduction under section 24 subsection B? Model 3. Okay, note that point. And in case of model 3, we are not bothered whether when the loan is taken. Even he takes loan before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99, rules are same. Okay, for model 3. So he has taken loan for renovating the house. How much loan he took? 5 lakhs loan, and interest rate is 15%. Remember that point. And they are asking us compute income from house property. They are asking us to calculate income from house property for the current assessment year. Let us go and calculate. Okay, this is a question. We should be, first of all, reading question is very important. Understanding the question is very important. Okay, let us do the solution for this. Here, first we should write on the top that it is a self-occupied house. Okay, it is what? Self-occupied house. Fine. And we should give heading, students, always. What heading? Computation of income from house property of Mr. Name should be recorded there. Okay, I will write the name of the assessee. What actually we have in the question. What is the name that we have in the question? That is Sri Srikant. You can see Sri Srikant. Okay, here we have the name of the assessee. Let us write Sri Srikant. Sri Srikant. Mr. Sri Srikant. Computation of income from house property of Mr. Sri Srikant for the assessment year 2024-25. This is a heading that always we should give. Okay, for let out house as well as for self-occupied house, heading is same. And particulars amount columns we should draw, and already these are ready, and the format also is ready. Okay, so first item is what? Annual value, and annual value is always nil, students. Okay, in case of self-occupied houses, annual value is nil always. So I too will keep it like that, nil only. And next one is what? Less. We should deduct. What we should deduct? Deductions under section 24. Okay, and here how many deductions we are going to give? Only one deduction, that is interest on loan under section 24 subsection B. How much? We should follow either model 1, model 2 or model 3. Already I told why the loan is taken for renovating the house. Okay, model 3 we are going to apply. And model 3, let us take. What is model 3 here? Let us take that. Yeah. So under that format we should take this. So what is model 3? If the loan is taken for repairing, renovating or reconstructing the house, okay, either before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. Here date is not important. He may take that loan before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99. Rule is same. But loan should be taken for what purpose? Either for repairing, renovating or reconstructing the house. Okay, then deduction is this one. The deduction is least of the following two. Okay, first one is actual amount of interest paid or payable, that will be available in the question, students. They have given, no, you can see here. So loan amount is given 5 lakhs and interest is 15%, students. We should calculate here 5 lakhs into 15 by 100. Let us calculate that here. Five lakhs into percentage is 15 by 100. So how much we will get? You have to calculate that. Okay, 5 lakhs into 15 by 100, you will get 75,000. So 75,000. Okay, that is the interest on loan paid or payable during that year. I will write here 75,000. Next, what is the second item here? Second item is, second amount is what? 30,000 rupees. First one we calculated. Okay, how much we are getting? We are getting it as 75,000. Okay, and next, second one is 30,000, students. This 30,000 is rule only. Okay, first one we can calculate, but second one is 30,000, that is rule. And you can see here 75,000 or 30,000, which is least. Least one we should select, ma. Always least one we should select. Okay, and which is least here? 30,000 is least. So you can select 30,000. In your notes you have to draw a circle around 30,000 rupees, but here I am changing the color of that. Okay, 30,000. I am selecting 30,000. Okay, that is a deduction. Deduction under section 24 subsection B is equal to, it is 30,000 rupees. Okay, so deduction is how much? It is 30,000 rupees, students. So we will record that in the statement. Deduction is how much? 30,000. Now if we have interest on loan, if you deduct this 30,000 from nil, we will get minus 30,000, but don't write minus 30,000, you write 30,000. But it is what? It is loss from house property. You should name it as loss from house property, students. Okay, so this is the answer for this problem. Hope this is clear. I will show the solution, question and working notes. You can see that once for this problem. So this is a question that we discussed, okay, for self-occupied house. And next, this is a question, students, and in question what you have to notice, in case of self-occupied houses, you should see what is the name of the assessee and when the house is purchased, and interest on loan, whether they have given or not given. If it is given, why the loan was taken, okay, and when the loan was taken. These all points are very, very important. Remaining you can ignore. They give, but we should ignore that. Okay, yes. Next, solution. This is a format that we followed. Same format we should follow for self-occupied houses, and self-occupied house problems are very easy actually. So simple. Here we don't have to calculate anything else except interest on loan. And next, this is a working notes that we did. Okay, so we did this solution in this way. Hope this is clear for everyone. Today whatever we discussed, I will just briefly explain that once. You just follow that once. So this is actually self-occupied house. We discussed about the self-occupied houses, students, today. Self-occupied house. Okay, we discussed a self-occupied house. And next, for self-occupied houses, this is a format that we should follow always for all self-occupied houses, heading as well as format. And annual value always is nil. Okay, you see, always annual value is nil for self-occupied houses. And interest on loan we should calculate, and there are three models for giving deduction under section 24B for interest on loan, and we should know all these three models. First model, why we should give under first model the deduction, that is mentioned here, you can see here. Okay, and how much, least of the two, what are those two points are mentioned here. And next, second model when we actually take into account, okay, this is a point that you should concentrate. And next, deduction is least of the two, and what are those two, these two. Okay, and next one, third one, when we should take model 3, that is only for renovation, reconstruction and repairs, either it is before 1-4-99 or after 1-4-99, and least of the following two is deduction, and those two are this. Okay, and next we discussed this first question. Today I discussed with you 3 problems for self-occupied house students. So this is the first one that I discussed with you, and for this is a solution that we did, format, as well as this is a working notes for that. Okay, so for first question, these two are the answers, first format and next working notes. Next, this is a second question, students, that I discussed today. So this is the second question I discussed today with you all, and this is a solution for that. And this is a working notes for that. Next, I discussed with you third question also and its solution. This is a third question. And this is a solution part. And this is a working notes for that. So these are the 3 problems that I discussed with you all. Okay, hope this is clear. So let us discuss next question now. Okay, so today I will discuss only 4 questions for self-occupied house, and in the next class, in the next video, I will discuss the remaining problems. This is the last one that I am going to discuss with you. Here, Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao. Uma Maheshwar Rao is one assessee. On 1st June 2023, he purchased a flat. Okay, he is purchasing one flat, students. Okay, where he is purchasing? In Sri Satya Sai Residential Complex. He is purchasing in Sri Satya Sai Residential Complex for his, okay, for what? For his residence. So he himself wants to stay in that house. So it is self-occupied house, students. And what is the purchasing price of house? It is 38 lakhs. Okay, and he availed a housing loan. Okay, he is taking loan from ICICI Bank for 24 lakhs. Okay, for purchasing the house he is taking a loan, students. What is the loan amount? 24 lakhs, but purchasing price of the flat is 38 lakhs. He is not taking complete loan, he is taking loan only 24 lakhs. What is the percentage of interest? 14%. And 24 lakhs is a loan amount, 14% is a interest rate. So we should calculate 14% on 24 lakhs, we will get interest on loan. Okay, compute is income from house property for the assessment year 2024 and 25. So here loan amount is 24 lakhs, and next interest rate is 14%. Why he took the loan? That is very, very important. Okay, for purchasing the house. Okay, for purchasing the house, and here we can apply either model 1 or model 2, because whenever loan is taken either for purchasing or constructing, we are going to apply model 1 or model 2 for giving deduction under section 24B for interest on loan. So here he purchased the house and loan was taken for that purpose. So either model 1 or model 2. And then which we can apply? You have to check the date. When he purchased the house? During 2023. Okay. So 23 means the loan is taken after 1-4-99. Okay, loan is taken after 1-4-99. If loan is taken before 1-4-99 for purchasing the house, model 1 we are going to apply. If the loan is taken for purchasing the house but after 1-4-99, we are going to apply model 2. Okay, here we will apply model 2 because loan is taken in 2023 year, that is after 1-4-99. And what is the purpose of the loan? For purchasing the house. So we are going to apply model 2 for that. Hope that is clear for everyone. Okay. So and next let us do the solution. Here is the solution, students. First you should give heading. Always heading is what? Computation of income from house property for the assessment year 2024 and 25, but we should write the name of the assessee, students. Here what is the name of the assessee? Here Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao. Let us write name of the assessee here. Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao. Okay, Sri Uma Maheshwar Rao is the name of the assessee. Hope this is clear, students. Okay. So this is a heading. After that we should draw columns, that is particulars, amount. So always format is same for self-occupied houses. Annual value is a first item and it is always nil. Okay, note this point. Always for self-occupied houses annual value is nil for every problem. Next we should give deductions. Deductions under section 24. How many deductions are there? Only one deduction is there. And what is the deduction? Interest on loan under section 24B. How much it is? We should apply any one model out of 3. So which we are going to apply? Model 2, because loan is taken for purchasing the house in 2023, that is after 1-4-99. So we are going to apply model 2. Okay, let us apply that. Model 2 is there. Here I have written. If the house is purchased or constructed and the loan is taken when? After 1-4-99. Okay, here he took loan in 2023, that is after 1-4-99. Then what is that deduction? Deduction is least of the following 2. So what are those 2? Least of the following 2, no? So what are those 2? There are 2 items. What are those 2? First one is actual interest paid or payable. We should calculate that. Sometimes directly that will be given in the question. Sometimes we should calculate. So see the question. Loan is taken how much? 24 lakhs from ICICI Bank. We are not bothered whether the loan is taken from ICICI Bank or any other bank. How much loan? That is very, very important. So 24 lakhs and 14% interest. Let us calculate that. 24 lakhs into, what is the percentage here? 14%. 14 by 100. Okay, how much we will get? Let us see. Let us calculate that. 24 lakhs into 14 by 100. So it is 3,36,000. Okay. So it is 3,36,000. So that is the interest. We should write here on the top 3,36,000. And this is a calculation, no? I will just change the color of that. So here 3,36,000 and second point is rupees 2 lakhs. out of these two, which is the least one, that will be selected, because the deduction is least of the following two. So which is least one out of these two? 2 lakhs is the least one. So we are going to select 2 lakhs. Okay, select 2 lakhs. And 2 lakhs is what? Deduction under section 24B. Deduction under section 24 subsection B. Okay, is equal to 2 lakhs. So this is a deduction, students. Okay, and we are going to record in the format 2 lakhs rupees. Lakhs. Interest on loan is how much? 2 lakhs. Okay. So from nil, if you deducted 2 lakhs rupees, how much you will get? Minus 2 lakhs actually, but don't write minus 2 lakhs, you write 2 lakhs. But this is not profit, this is what? Loss from house property. So loss from house property is how much? 2 lakhs. Okay. So this is how we do the solution. So in total 4 problem solution we did today in this class. I will show complete question. Okay, this is a question that we solved just now. Next, this is a solution that we did. And this is a working notes for calculation of interest on loan under section 24B. Okay, this is a total solution of this particular question. Now in this class we did 4 solutions for self-occupied houses, and I will discuss in the next class other important problems where assessee is having more than one house. Okay, and he is treating those houses, all houses as self-occupied house, but income tax department won't agree for that. There is separate format to calculate that. What are those rules that we have to apply in case the assessee is having 2 or 3 houses and all he is using for residential purpose? Whether we can calculate under self-occupied house, any other rules are there for that. We will discuss in the next class. Hope you will have in touch with the next class, and hope you understood all these solutions today what I explained. If you understand the class, like the video, share it and subscribe the channel, and mention your valuable comments also. In case of any doubts or in case of any other issues, you can mention in the comment section. So for today, this is a class. Like it, share it and subscribe the channel. Thank you.